We visited Semple Stadium in Thurles, but that didn't prevent Tipperary from going through a full training session. Most appropriately, Tipperary, the Munster champions and the old rivals, marked the occasion with the final in the Gaelic grounds, and Tip have been training hard here in Thurles for what selector Theo English believes is a most crucial game of all.
It's the crossroads for Tipperary Hurling as far as I'm concerned next Sunday. If we're beaten next Sunday, we have proved that we're back where we started 2 years ago. It's going to be very hard for us to get ourselves together again if we don't win in All-Ireland this year.
Another English, full forward Nicholas, has a key role, and he's back after an anxious time with injury. In fact, he's been unlucky enough to have missed the first round match in the last 3 years.
It's unbelievable. In '86 I missed it with the punctured lung, and last year I missed the first round again against Kerry, but I was back for Clare. And this year the jinx struck me again in America.
So what about Cork now?
I mean, Cork have to be given a certain amount of respect, you know. They were Munster champions, I don't know, for 5 or 6 years before last year when we beat them. And I think the second day in Killarney, if things had gone right for Cork in the first half, I think the game would have been over, that we'd have been beaten at half-time. You know, I think if Kieran Kingston had got a goal there at one stage when Ken Hogan made a good save in Killarney, we were all over, you know.
In fact, a lot of people would say they should have beaten you here in Semple Stadium the first day.
Yeah, well, I think they would have been lucky to beat us here in Semple Stadium the first day, you know. I think we left them off the hook that day, but definitely the second day in Killarney, at half-time of the drawn match, or of the regulation time, Cork were completely on top.
Ken Hogan will be in a mighty hurry. Tip know what they must do. They have to point or goal. No room for delaying now. It's between Donny O'Connell and Pat Hartnett. Nicholas English going through. What a vital moment this is. Over the bar, the sides are level. That was the sensible thing to do, I think, in the circumstances.
We have nothing won really yet, and people will always throw it at you. You've only won a Munster championship and you've celebrated so much over winning the Munster championship, whereas if Cork had won it, there would be no celebration. They'd have got on and done the business maybe the next day, you know. So the pressure is still on us to win an All-Ireland final.
And you're conscious of that, are you?
Well, we're conscious that we have to win an All-Ireland final, and we'll do everything we can to win it, you know.
Nothing less will do you.
Nothing less will do it. Doesn't matter who we have to play or who we have to beat to do it, we're going to do it.
Tipperary will be captained by Pat O'Neill, another forward. He's in his first championship season, and he's the first player from the Kappa White club to be captain of the county. So is there any extra pressure on him because of this?
Yeah, it will be a bit of pressure on me, all right, but I know the lads well now, and we got an old trip to the Canaries there and helped.
And of course, winning the National League meant an awful lot to you. It's given you that much more confidence.
Oh yeah, it was great to win that match.
Martin Hannamy there, right beside Fox. Fox got in his shot nonetheless. Inside, and here's Paul O'Neill. Yes, the second goal, the second Tipperary goal. Scored by the captain, Paul O'Neill, the Kappa White player. Fox, helped on. Conor Stakelum, stopped, and it's in by Pat O'Neill, I think. Pat O'Neill's second goal.
There's a lot of pressure on the lads, I'd say, because they're expecting, you know, the same as last year, and they're expecting an All-Ireland in a long time. So I'd say, I think they should do it anyway.
This is not going to upset you, though, is it?
No, I wouldn't think so.
You will be favourites now going out this time, whereas last year they weren't favourites.
That's right, yeah. There's more pressure. So I think they're able for the pressure anyway. The lads they're well ready for it.
It's a great honour to play in the Munster final, you know yourself, Mick, or playing in All-Ireland. It's a great honour to wear the Tipperary jersey. I think that's what was wrong in Tipperary for the past maybe 7 or 8 years. The pride of the jersey was gone. And I think the 25 or 26 players that we have at the moment are meant to win in All-Ireland and wear the Tipperary jersey. And I think while you have that, there's a great chance for Tipperary hurling for the lads. We have great hurlers in the team at the moment.
One of the county's most celebrated players, Michael Keating's the manager who made them champions of Munster again. But now he feels they must go all the way in this championship.
For the All-Ireland semi-final. I want to thank each and every one of you for the way you've trained, and no doubt it will be the Cork Tip atmosphere of old that we've been used to on Sunday in Limerick.
Nothing will compensate the people around here when you're an All-Ireland victory, and a Munster final has to be won on the way. So we know what's ahead of us on Sunday. We'll have no excuse on Sunday even if we're beaten. But I think the feeling here and the atmosphere in our dressing room and the way the lads are prepared they'll be a hell of a good Cork team if they beat us.
So as far as you're concerned, are you happy that you're as well prepared now as you were this time last year, or even better?
I don't think we could be better prepared. I have never seen a Tipperary team to prepare as well, as either as a player or in my time as a selector. As I said, come Sunday evening, if failure is our fate, we won't have any excuses. We'll wish Cork the best of luck.
Of course, Cork love the challenge that such a Munster final presents, and in Páirc Uí Chaoimh here they've been preparing just as strenuously as Tip, with one of their best forwards of other decades, Charlie McCarthy, in charge. He assured us that they hadn't taken it easy at all.
It's been very good, Mick. We trained very hard. The attitude is right, and I think we're going down to Limerick next Sunday with in the right frame of mind.
Go! There have been quite a few changes since Cork were title holders a year ago. Gone are Johnny Crowley and John Fenton, but Tom Cashman has had a change of mind. What coaxed him back?
Kind of got the urge back to, especially with the sunny, fine weather we had in the end of June there. I think I got a bit fitter myself playing club hurling, so I think Charlie and Johnny Clifford and a few of the lads came down, so I was delighted to come back.
Dennis, does being captain mean anything to you this year? Will it make any difference to your game?
Well, it has to mean something special, you know. You have to give a small bit of leadership, you know, and drive on, especially this year when we have a lot of young players, you know. And hopefully, from the cornerback, we can show them on a bit, you know.
Do you think they're looking to you to provide that leadership?
I'd say not alone myself, but you have Joe Cunningham there and Tom Cash and Kevin Hinsey and Tony Sullivan, a few more lads, you know, who will drive on the rest of the players. We have quite a few young players this year, you know.
We've trained very hard, and each one of the team are fit and raring to go. Hopefully, with the break of the ball, things go right for us. We'll reverse the result.
Already dual player Teddy McCarthy here has got a 1988 medal. So what does he feel about the hurlers now being the outsiders?
It's unusual for Cork to be in this position. I think they were very successful in the Munster Challenge from the last 10 years. It's nice to be in this kind of position because the pressure is off you small, but still there's still a lot of pressure there to go out and win, you know. I think we're missing Johnny Crowley and John Fenton from last year. They're undoubtedly a big loss, and they're a tremendous help to Cork for the last decade. And I think Pat Horgan and Mickey Mullins are slipping in nicely, you know. And I think that if they come up trumps on Sunday, I think we'll be successful.
There's always been great rivalry between Cork and Tip, especially in the Munster final. The fact that they're Munster champions and league champions must put them in a very good frame of mind, must make them favourites. But we don't mind that. We like the position we're in at the moment, and we'll have a right go after them next Sunday.
Yes, well, you can bet your life that they certainly will. So that's the scene set then for what we hope will be a classic Munster hurling final tomorrow. Meanwhile, up north, there is promise of really good stuff as well in the provincial decider there. Now, that game brings Monaghan and Tyrone face to face for the first time.